Hi, what's up everyone, Crystal Fanfics here with part 1 of What If Issei is Betrayed. I hope you like, please subscribe and turn on the bell. Anyway, let's get started.
Chapter 1. After school. After the meeting ended, Azazel and Rosweiss left because they still have things to do as teachers. The orc prepared for the school festival with the remaining members. Looks like me and Kiba have to do power-related tasks. I then glanced at Bucho. She's looking at the documents used at the meeting and is reading it. She still hasn't returned to her good mood. What should I do? If I don't reconcile with her before the game, I'm scared that it might cause difficulties. Apologizing. It seems like she won't forgive me unless I acknowledge the cause and apologize to her, and I don't know the cause of it. It happened when I was having my head all puzzled over it. A light runs through the top of the table. The light drew a circle, and turns into a shape of a magic circle. It's a familiar symbol. Phenex. Kaneko-chan mutters. That's right. It's exactly like Kaneko-chan said. This is the magic circle of Phenex. It's a small magic circle which has the size to appear on top of the table, so is it a communication type? But who? Don't tell me it's Razor. What does he want? I was in suspicions, but from the magic circle a holographic image was projected and the face of a young woman appears. She has a high-class atmosphere and looks. She has her hair up and adorned with expensive-looking accessories. Oka-sama. Ravel made a shocking voice. Oka-sama. Ravel's mother. So that means she is the wife of the current head of the House of Phenex, which also makes her the mother of Razor. She's pretty. She looks like she is in her 20s. Since she is a devil, I don't know her real age. But she certainly looks like Ravel. How do you do, Ravel? Sorry for the call suddenly. I couldn't get any time, so I ended up calling at this hour. In the humans world Japan, it's still school time, right? Why yes, it certainly is, but why did you call all of a sudden? When Ravel asks, Lady Phenex says, Rias-san and Securite-san here. The one who was called by her is Bucho, and me. Why me? Bucho stands in front of the projection. How do you do, Oba-sama? It's been a while. Rias-san. How do you do? It certainly has been a while. And, the lady looks around. Is she looking for me? I positioned myself where she can see me immediately. Hello. I'm Hyodo Issei. Hello to you too. This is our first time meeting like this, isn't it, Hyodo Issei-san of the Securite? I apologize for introducing myself like this. And no. So do you have some business with me? I ask while acting politely. Yes. I thought I should greet you properly. Normally, I should go and greet myself to Rias-san, who is in charge of the Hyodo residence and the academy which my daughter will be home staying at, but there were reasons why we couldn't visit. You know, since the demands of the Phoenix's tear are increasing, so maybe they don't have time because of it, Kiba whispers to my ears. I see. House of Phenex are the main suppliers for the Phoenix's tears after all. I heard that there are emergency demands on the Phoenix's tears, and that they can't keep up with the supplies, so the lady must be with it as well. That must be hard. It's much appreciated. Seriously. Bucho replies while smiling. Not at all, Oba-sama. Your words would be enough. Please leave Ravel to us. I'm truly sorry, Rias-san, for having you take care of Razor after the game, and also having you look after Ravel. It seems like she isn't saying it with bad intentions. I thought they would hold a grudge against us because the engagement was cancelled, but it seems like they don't even have a bit of it. There are so many big-hearted people in the House of Phenex. But for Bucho, it must be complicated. After all, she couldn't decline the transfer of Ravel and to look after her. Then the lady looks at me. Also, Hyodo Issei-san. Please especially look after my daughter. Me too. And she emphasized the word, especially. Of course, I would look after. Why yes, of course. But Bucho is also here, and there are people who can look after her better than me in our club. Yes, of course, by entrusting my daughter Ravel to Rias-san and everyone else, then she would have no trouble at the school in the underworld. But, what I would like to ask of you is different from that. Will you please protect her so no weird pests would come near her? By having the Securite who has gained many achievements next to her, then both my husband and I can feel assured. Weird pests. So she's telling me to look after her so no guys would come near her in the humans world. I'm also a guy, you know. Well, I won't do anything like laying my hands on Ravel. She's my important junior. She's cute, but I won't lay my hands on her. I understand. I don't know how much I can do, but I will protect your daughter. When I said that, the lady made a bright expression. And besides me, Ravel has her face very red. Hey, what happened, Ravel? For a moment, the face of Bucho, who appeared within my sight, looked sad, but was that just my eyes? I thank you very much, Rebel. Yes, Oka-sama, you know what you must do. You have to support Rias-san, and you have to listen to your seniors, and on top of that you have to deepen your relation with Hyodo Issei-san. As the daughter from the house of Phenex, work very hard so you don't tarnish the name of our house, okay? Of course. Looks like the mother and daughter are talking about something. I don't know why, but Rebel has her face red, and it looks like she is filled with spirits, and lastly, Hyodo Issei-san. The lady talks to me again. Why yes. I hear that your dream is to become a high-class devil. Yes, it is, and my daughter is currently my bishop. I traded with Razor. Why yes, I have heard. Please remember it very well. My daughter is free. She is my bishop. She doesn't belong to Razor. Very well. Why yes. You understood. That's something I already know, but well, I just nod my head just in case. Hearing that, the lady nods her head. She looks satisfied. Why? My business here is done. Rias-san, Hyodo Issei-san, and everyone, please forgive my sudden introduction. And it's time now. Rebel, behave in a manner where you won't make a shame as a lady. Yes, Oka-sama. Now then, everyone, goodbye. Flash the light brightens, it then turns into a shallow light and disappears, the greetings of Lady Phenex which came here like a storm. It must be due to worrying about her daughter and the greetings to us. Though there were things I'm not sure of. I was in doubts and made a sigh, and Bucho who was about to leave the room unsteadily on her foot appears within my sight. Bucho, where are you going? When I asked, Bucho stops, and she mutters without turning around. Eyes, will you protect me? Why do you ask such a thing suddenly? I don't know, but my answer is obvious. Of course, I will protect Bucho. And Asia, yes, I will also protect Asia. And Akano-san, that is obvious. But, what happened, suddenly asking me such a thing? I don't get it. I don't get what Buku's intention are at all. But, Bucho asks with a lower tone. Hey, eyes, why yes. To you, what, am I? Who, am I? I don't get the meaning of this question. But, to me Bucho is Bucho and, the moment I said that. Baka. She scolds me mixed with a sound of her crying. Bucho rushes away from the spot, and she left. The clubroom. Rias Onisama. Asia goes after Bucho. Asia turns to me after she reaches the door. Her eyes are soaked with tears. Why is Asia crying? Eyes-san. You are horrible. It's too much. Why can't you understand Onisama's feelings? Saying that, Asia goes after Bucho. Having Asia also say that to me, I just stood there dumbfounded. Wait a sec. What's the meaning of this? Why is Asia also mad at me? That wasn't right, Eyes-kun. Kiba makes a sigh. And not right as in what? That, precisely. Geez, you are so, I can understand very well what the girls are going through. Exactly. It's natural for Rias and Asia-chan to get mad. Akano-san also sounded mad. Even Akano-san, even I, who is dense at these sorts of things, thought you were a bit off, eyes. Even Zenobia looks at me with her eyes half closed. Eyes-kun, sure is a no-no. Poor Rias-san. Even Irina was mad. You are the worst. Ooh, I just received the coldest. You are the worst. Quote from Kaneko-chan. I don't know what I did wrong. I just don't know. To begin with, maybe I should go after her. I tried to leave, but I was stopped by Akano-san. The current Eyes-kun will just hurt her more even if you go after her, so don't. Seriously. Is it that serious? But, it's my fault, right? My fault. I really don't know. No, I actually have a, maybe, kind of guess, but inside me that possibility is very unlikely. It's basically impossible. That's why I don't understand. Shit. I started to get confused even more thinking about it. Hey, Gasper, am I really bad here? I asked my junior. Gaia-suke says it in apologetic manner while twitching his body. Yes, I think you are very bad. Even Gasper says that to me. I felt down. Then Rebel asks while panicking. This is my mother and my fault, right? I'm sorry. Is it Rebel's fault? It seemed like Bucho tried to leave after the communication between the Phenex mother and child. Akano-san places her hand on Rebel's shoulders. Rebel-chan doesn't have to worry about it. Eyes-kun's the most at fault here because he never tried to think about the crucial thing between Rias and himself until now. Akano-san cheers her up like that, and she started to prepare for tea after urging Rebel to sit on the sofa. It looks like I'm the biggest villain here. What am I supposed to do? Scene break. Issei could be seen walking down the street towards his home. His mind still stuck on what everyone said. But he could not understand what he did wrong. So he decided that he would, for the time being, he should give them space, and then eventually everything will be fine. But he was still confused as to why they were mad at him.